Hey, everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you with the Thursday edition of Today in What? Today in Sports Betting. There we go. We're going to do a little MLB action today, Scott, in Today in Sports Betting. Take a look at a couple of games. Let's start off with what seems like our nightly rant about baseball. Scott, another day, another no-hitter, number 6 on the season. You and I were talking on the radio show yesterday about how many no-hitters there would be total since we had 5 at the quarter pole, basically. And we agreed that we probably have between 10 and 15, which would bust the record wide open. May have more. May have more than that, Scott.
Well, my Yankees had a pretty busy day. Corey Kluber ended up facing off against his former team. People might have forgotten the Yankees actually got him after he was with Texas because he pitched about 1 inning with Texas last year.
Right.
But came back into town and said, I'm still good. And he allowed 0 hits. It was actually the first Yankee no-hitter. I was trying to think of since when of my lifetime. David Cohn, perfect game, 1999.
Wow.
Been a while. But
Been a while. Barely your lifetime, too.
Barely my lifetime. I don't remember it. But
David Cohn, ex-Kansas City Royal, of course.
a couple of close calls. I know you had Mussina, who was 1 out short against the Red Sox a while back. I know Phil Hughes had a no-hitter through 7. Then he got injured midway through the game. But anyway, Kluber had a no-hitter. So congrats to him, future Hall of Famer. And, yeah, the Yankees are back playing against Texas again. And that's going to segue us to the first game we're going to talk about.
Little getaway game with the Pinstripers as they go up against the Texas Rangers and Dane Dunning. Domingo Herman goes for the Yanksters. Yankees laying a pretty short price here, Scott, minus 132 plus 122 if you want to turn it around the other way. 8.5 is the total in this one. Scott, are we going to take advantage of this Yankees team that kind of given us a short price there at minus 132? It's a rare opportunity to take the Yankees at a bargain basement price. Are you in?
I think you kind of have to be. Now, I know the Yankees' offense is still not very good. I lost a team total under on them the other day, but they went back to scoring 2 runs yesterday. But you look at how this team has played, it's good enough, and you look at how Germán has pitched ever since he struggled earlier in the season, and he's been fantastic. There's really no other way to put it. As a human being, not so much, but as a pitcher, he's been pretty good. You look at his recent results, he ended up going 7 scoreless against Baltimore, 5 innings, 3 runs against Houston, which is not great, but 6 1/3, gave up 2 against Washington, and 6 innings, 1 run against Baltimore. He's been very good. And you're looking at Texas, this team can't really hit either. So Dunning is a guy who we talked about earlier in the year. He has been mediocre since. I can't say he's been very good, but he hasn't been awfully bad. But I think the Yankees are the better starting pitcher. They're the better overall team, and they by far and away have a better bullpen. So I'll go with the Yankees because the whole bullpen had a day off yesterday.
Yeah, that's a big plus right there as far as the bullpen goes. This is a Texas team that's actually the bullpen's been decent at home. They've been 2.79 ERA at home versus.
I didn't say it was bad. I'm just saying Yankees bullpen's top 3 in all baseball.
Yeah, they're very good. They're 2.79 all games and they're 2.76 on the road. So they can get it done wherever need be. So they can get it done on the road and at home. I think you got to you got to fade Dunning here at a short price. He's pretty much. You see stats, and sometimes they're inflated by one bad start or something like that, and sometimes the stats are representative of exactly who they are, and that's the case with him. He's got a 4.34 ERA, 1.41 WHIP. So basically, that's exactly how he's been pitching lately. If you look at him, he has absolutely no starts where he has got out of there without giving up any runs. I take it back. His first 2 starts, Scott.
Yeah, he was great to start. And then
first 3 starts were very good. He gave up 1 earned in his first 3 starts. I take it back. He was fantastic in his first 15 innings, gave up 1 earned total. But since then, he's given up 17 runs in his last 19, about 23 innings. So that's not good. He's trending the wrong direction. Fade Dunning right here. Give me the Yanks minus 132. That's very.
I think this price should be higher. If you're asking me what I think the Yankees should be favored, I know they still have a lot of people out.
160.
Stanton's on the IL, but 140?
160.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no faith in Dunning.
That's fair. I'm holding the brakes on 160 because the Yankees' offense still isn't very good, but
Yeah.
I do think that they should be a bigger favorite than about 122 on FanDuel.
Agreed. Fair enough. Take a look at a couple teams we don't talk about a lot. Scott, how about the Boston Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays? This one kind of stands out because it's another game that has the total of 10. Of course, Toronto is favored here behind Steven Matz. They're minus 130. The Bostons send Nick Pivetta to the mound. They've been very good in Nick Pivetta's starts. Now they're 7-1 overall. He has a 5-0 record. Good solid start for Nick Pivetta. 3.16 ERA, 1.17 WHIP. And Steven Matz, after I'm going to say, Scott, without looking it up real quick, didn't he got off to a great start, right?
He got off to a great start. Then he kind of hit a wall, but he did give up no runs in his last start, so maybe he found something.
Yep, another guy that gave up one earned in each of his first 3 starts. And then, like you said, the wheels kind of fell off. He gave up 17 runs over his next 4 starts, and he did shut down Philadelphia last time out. Like you said, 5 innings, 4 hits, no earned, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts. That was a season high, or tied to season high. Oh, Pivetta, on the other hand, I know it's
I've never been a Pivetta guy, but
it's a knee-jerk reaction not to hate Nick Pivetta. It really is.
He's actually decent. Got to give it to him.
He's been solid. He's he got 3 quality starts on the season. He doesn't always go 6. He's just really had just one kind of mediocre start. Went 5 earned, gave up 3, or went 5 innings, gave up 3 earned, 6 hits against Detroit. 2 earned his last time out, 6 innings against the Angels in Baltimore. To me, I think there could be value on the underdog here, Scott. I think there could be value on Nick Pivetta. Boston just seems to win when he's on the mound.
For the record, he started about 8 times. They're 7-1 in his starts. Mm-hmm. I've talked a couple of times about how Flaherty gets more run support than anybody, and the Cardinals scored 8 more runs for him tonight.
Yeah.
Nick Pivetta, 3rd in run support for all starters. 6.88 runs of support per start. Matz, I know he was good in his last start. I don't think it's going to stand. I think the Red Sox, after scoring 7 yesterday, should probably score at least 6 in this one. So I'm looking at a Red Sox team total over. Should probably be juiced 4.5.
Well, the number is 10.
Probably 4.5, 5.5, because Toronto's favored, but you'll probably have to deal with heavy juice on the 4.5.
Could be. Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that play.
So I'm assuming it's going to be like 130. I'll take the over 4.5.
Yeah, I think that's solid. They put up 5 in the first yesterday. Ross Stripling, Scott, you got to do something with him.
It's actually kind of a bad beat, though. I mean, the total was about 10.5 yesterday or so, and the game landed 10, and the Red Sox scored 5 in the first inning.
Well, I mean, Stripling did his part. He gave up 6 earned in 3 2/3.
Yeah, he did his part as he gets closer to being demoted. But you look at Toronto's offense; they didn't do much yesterday.
8 hits, 3 dingers. Not so much. Toronto put up just 3 runs eventually.
By the way, while I'm looking at this, quick question: do you know which starter, at least 5 starts, has the lowest run support?
The lowest run support in 5 starts.
5+. It could be more.
Well, the obvious answer would be DeGrom.
Is that what you're going with?
I'm going to go with Woodruff.
Woodruff is not on the list, but you are on fire.
Okay. DeGrom.
No, I said you were on fire. Colder.
Oh. Wait, what?
Got the right team.
I got the – oh, it's the other one.
Corbin.
It's Burns.
It's Burns. He's getting 2.57 runs of support per start, which is absolutely disgusting. DeGrom is in the top 10. But surprisingly, he's actually not in last place on his team for run support. Stroman's actually getting less runs of support than DeGrom.
Wow. You learn something new every day, don't you?
Yeah, but anyway, that was just a fun note because I know Burns lost yesterday, even though he went 6 and gave up 2 runs. Your Royals somehow beat 2 of the best pitchers in the National League.
Well, Scott, I had the good sense not to fade him today. I went ahead and just played the under.
That didn't work either.
It did not. And I doubled down and took first 5 under as well.
That was 4 or 3.5?
3.5.
Because I know it landed 4. Yeah, not fun.
Worked out great. I got to tell you, I've been red hot on the Royals. I'd pretty much been able to call a lot of their games correctly.
And I say red hot when you basically said they're terrible and they lost 12 in a row. That counts, I guess. That was just free ATM money. You're just going right to the window. Hi, I'll fade the Royals, please.
We did okay on the Royals there over that stretch. But be that as it may, I'm with you. If you got to pick a side, are you with me on Boston here as well?
I have to be. Matz was good in his last start, but there's no way he should be laying 138. Boston's the better overall team. At least it has looked like it this season. And with the amount of run support Pavetta's been getting, do you believe in that? That some pitchers just for some reason get a lot of runs and you're not really sure why?
Yeah, it happens. It's just it happens, and the converse is true as well. There's some pitchers, especially over a season, there's no rhyme or reason for it. You flip a coin, sometimes it'll come up heads 20 times in a row. It's
just like, ooh, Pavetta's on the mound. Time for us to score 9 runs. Like, I don't know why it happens, but the Red Sox score a lot of runs when he pitches.
Yep, that's just the way it is. So, I'm with you. I'm taking Boston. What do you want as far as the 10 goes?
It's over or pass.
Okay. All right.
I actually see it went down to 9.5 on FanDuel at over -122. That I'm tempted by.
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah, you get the yeah, I could certainly see that as a distinct possibility. Although it is discouraging. We might see this on Call the Cops tomorrow on the radio show, putting up 6 runs in the first inning between the two of them and not going over.
That's what I was saying. I said that before. I didn't realize Toronto also scored in the first. But
yeah, 5-1 after 1. So,
well, if you had a Red Sox team total, you won in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, brutal. Yeah, I think that's a solid play again. I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else on the card get your attention today?
Well, looking through the rest of the card, Tampa, I got to look at. I talked about how I thought Tampa was going to run through Baltimore, and they have. Pretty high-scoring game, surprisingly. Tampa's offense has gone absolutely nuts in Camden, but Baltimore's 6-17 at home. So when you play in a very hitters-friendly ballpark and your lineup's not very good, you're probably going to get killed. And that's what's going on with Toronto. But you look at what's going on with Tampa, this team has won 6 in a row. They've been playing really well. They are second in the AL. They're only 1 game behind Boston, underratedly. And you have Rich Hill on the mound, who I was skeptical of going into the year. I can't say he's been amazing, but he's 2-1 with a whip of 1.08. So he has actually been pretty good.
He has been amazing over his last 3 starts.
Yeah, he's been good. And you look at Kramer, who was pretty good last year, but the regression is definitely real. 0-3, 5.81 ERA, 1.45 whip. I got to go with Tampa. This team looks like they're just about to murder this team. And they're plus 100 on the run line. I can't really say no.
Yeah, Rich Hill is dealing. Hasn't given up an earned run in his last 3 starts. 17 strikeouts over that period of time. Just 6 hits in 15 2/3 innings. I'm all about the Rich Hill, Scott. He has not had a start in his last 4 starts where he's given up more than 2 runs. Mm-hmm. After giving up 4 in his first 4 starts. So
I can't even describe why he's been good because he still throws a lot of junk pitches, but they're working.
It sometimes takes guys a little extra time. Sometimes guys respond to the warm weather, although that shouldn't have been a problem down in Tampa, I suppose. But it's just one of those things. So especially some older pitchers, they sometimes just need a minute to get everything working. So, we'll see. I
still think that Rich Hill has had one of the most fascinating careers of all time just because of the fact that he randomly has had 2 no-hitters into the 9th inning. And he even had a no-hitter, but it went to extras and he gave up a run in the 10th.
Right.
Of all people, Rich Hill really had 2 no-hitters going through into the 9th.
It's freaky.
Yeah.
Freaky. All right. Well, guys, as always, if you're looking for more information on these games or any other games on the card today, Make sure you stop by and check out winnersandwhiners.com. Fantastic resource for all handicappers as they have deep dives, predictions, and previews on every game every single day. Best part about Winners and Whiners, it is always free. So make sure you stop by winnersandwhiners.com. Check that out. And for myself and for Scott Reichel, for the whole team over here at Winners and Whiners, appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to give us the like and the subscribe. Always appreciate the effort. And of course, we wish you nothing but the best today. Hope every one of those tickets in your pocket turns into cash money when you head back to the window. All right. You guys have a great day. And we'll see you tomorrow on Today in Sports Betting. Take care, everybody.